This was an interesting trip. Always is with Mike. Brings us to Diana's bath. We start the day. He checks in with us, asks about our dinner. By the way, whoever served vegan pizza with the vegan cheese, it didn't go over well. And then he breaks us up into an activity. Get the brains stimulating. And this is a very common activity. Pass the ball around in a group and make sure everybody has to touch it. Then he put all sorts of parameters on it. You certainly can see a lot of smiling faces here. Good way to start the day. And it's from here that we start to break out, and Mike gives us the real reasonings why we're here. He wanted to bring us to this particular place so we could revisit again an activity that we'd done before. We were going to do a tree survey, work on our tree ID, set out some plots, and as you walked along the tape measure, if you touched a tree, that's when you had to, hey, okay, break out the tree ID book. Could you identify the tree? Could we identify the community that we felt the tree was living in? The first stop was pretty darn easy. It was definitely a hemlock forest. But as you can see, here we are at the second place. Don't see a lot of hemlock here, folks, do you? So when we're at the second place doing the same thing, but in a completely different environment, kids were much more challenged here. And it's here then we compared the two. We came up with reasonings why they were different. And it's here where I'd like to stop and pause how you can see our kids, how important it is to be in an experiential program, to share ideas, to feel comfortable sharing ideas as well in a group. And everybody needs to have a voice. We need to hear everybody's opinions. And from there, we took a look at some of Diana's bath. Mike then wraps up the day, make sure that he checks for understanding, make sure everybody understands where they are at, and then we break for lunch. It's great seeing the kids not necessarily acting as students, but instead getting in their friend groups. The nicest part of the day for me anyways was giving a few individuals time to actually do their speech. Look, waterfall in the background, beautiful day, sun's out, snow's falling, and they do their speech. Very nice.